So, we've been talking about composition over the last few episodes, and although I visit this almost the same location, it's about probably not more than 100 acres, I suppose. It's sometimes worth just coming from or walking from a different path. It just opens up a different perspective to the same object, such as trees or whatever, and all of a sudden the images start to speak to yourself. It gives you an idea about the images. You're not making images of trees, but images about trees. It gives you a different perspective. It speaks to you in a different way. And all of a sudden you try and, something catches your eye, and you try and imagine a story behind it. So similarly, I've walked past these two trees like 100 times by now, but while coming from this side of the forest, I really liked the way the branches of the oak are hanging on this side, and the moss is really glowing. And also there is, I believe there is another oak tree behind it. Yes, that's an oak tree, it's not a beech. There is an oak tree behind it, but it's still holding on to onto the leaves, although it's almost springtime now. I think the phenomenon is called as Mossy sense. So it really is providing contrast and bringing bringing those branches with moss literally forward and alive. So let's see if that works as an image. So this is another example of why it's important to often have a different perspective. And what I mean by that is walking around the scene, look at it from different angles. You know, you go up and down, sideways, etc. Now, this tree, the one behind, you may remember from previous episode where I explained how the light was hitting the moss and it was as if it was glowing. I haven't had a look at the image in my dark room or light room in this case yet, so I don't know if it has worked. But another composition here, I was, instead of walking on the path there, I was just walking across here, and there is just one angle where the tree in the front, the oak tree in the front, is just perfectly aligned with the one behind, and the oak tree in the front is holding on to the oak leaves from last season still, but the one behind has just branches full of moss, and it's as if they are intertwined, and their branches are looking like Nataraja dancing, which is Lord Shiva. And yeah, I think this composition works as well. Let's see, how I can bring this three-dimensional scene using the two-dimensional equipment that we have got to reality.